think it can be stated quite plainly that for many everyday average Zambian people, the sound of the word science simply conjures in their mind images and memories of a life in high school, a life surrounded around test tubes, microscopes, lab coats, periodic tables, and so on. Granted, science as a field of study and a vast academic pursuit embodies all that, but it is a whole lot more. It is not just textbooks, lab sessions, and long drained out class sessions. It is a way of life. It is purpose. It is meaning. It is the very language of our human existence, the light at the end of the tunnel, and the answers all of us yearn for in our deep-seated effort to make sense of our lives, the very reason we exist. But before I go any further, please allow me to say excuse me in my over-generalized and blanketed loose use of the word science. A time for specification and precision in my communication will surely come, but for now, let me trade loosely for a bit. You see, the task of propagating a love for science and philosophy in a country like ours requires a certain level of personal sacrifice and dedication. It is no small task, and I've taken it upon myself in a way that is, needless to say, very presumptuous to shoulder this responsibility. But you might wonder though, why would I say the task is an outright presumptuous pursuit? Well, I'm just a graduate student who pursued an undergraduate degree in media and communication studies and minored in human development studies. And none of those expert fields correlate, overlap, or are rooted deep into the natural sciences. All I have in my hands is a pile of books independently read from minds as inspiring as Christoph Koch, Annika Harris, Richard Dawkins, Sean Carroll, Carl Sagan, Stephen Hawking, and many others, just to name a few. But the many things I've learned from reading all those writers strike me as quite selfish to keep within the confines of my own mind. You see, it rubs me rather wrongly when I meet very intelligent people that are quite secretive about the wonders they carry within them, and yet we exist as a social species for the good of each other. I do understand without shame though that Zambia is not fully past the label of being an LDC, and nothing is as pressing for my country as economic development, but at base, I strongly feel Zambia can still join the big state economic giants in their respect and regard for science and the noble role it plays both in academia and economic growth. I mean, picture this. Wouldn't it be wonderful someday to see a robust and brilliant army of young Zambian scientists joining the race for space? Young Zambian men and women taking up a pristine space on the International Space Station, or receiving the Nobel Prize in Science. Wouldn't it be wonderful to see brilliant young Zambian graduates submitting academic papers in fields of study such as quantum physics, evolutionary biology, astronomy, and so much more? I mean, it's not like that doesn't happen, but imagine this happening on a mainstream level. That is the Zambia I yearn to see, and dream to be remembered for long after my existence is all but a face and a name. And in efforts to do that, I've decided to rebrand my public image because how I'm viewed through the public lens greatly contributes to my succeeding in this noble pursuit. So from where I stand, and from this day going forward, I don't want to be known as a poet, as a rapper, or a sketch artist, or a condescending atheist. But I want to be known as an enthusiastic Zambian educator. And this is no journey to be taken by one man. You have seen me grow. You have seen me evolve. And it's only right that I ask you to join me in this journey. So let's take these steps together and take Zambia to a place where it can be intellectually celebrated too.